This is the way the blind man comes. Princes, princes, lockstep, two heads lit by the eyes of one.
What do you think have you to tell us, old Tiresias?
I have much to tell you. Listen to the prophet, Creon.
I'm not aware that I've ever failed to listen.
Then you have done wisely, king, and ruled well.
I admit my debt to you, but what have you to say?
Listen, Creon. I was sitting in my chair of augury, at the place where the birds gather about me. They were all a chatter, as is their habit, when suddenly I heard a strange note in their jangling, a scream, a whirring fury. I knew that they were fighting, tearing each other, dying in a whirlwind of wings clashing. And I was afraid. I began the rites of a burnt offering at the altar. But Hephaestus failed me. Instead of a bright flame, there was only the sputtering slime of the fat thigh flesh melting. The entrails dissolved in gray smoke. The bare bone burst from the welter in no blaze. This was a sign from heaven. My boy described it seemed for me as I see for others. I tell you, Creon, you yourself have brought this new calamity upon us. Our hearths and altars are stained with the corruption of dogs and carrion birds that glut themselves on the corpse of Oedipus' son. The gods are deaf when we pray to them. Their fire recoils from our offering. Their birds of omen have no cry of comfort, for they are gorged on the thick blood of the dead. Oh, my son, these are no trifles. Think. All men make mistakes, but a good man yields when he knows his course is wrong and repairs the evil. The only crime is pride. Give in to the dead man then. Do not fight with a corpse. What glory is it to kill a man who is already dead? Think, I beg you, it is for your own good that I speak as I do. You must be able to yield for your own good.
It seems that prophets have made me their special province. All my life I've been a butt for dull arrows of doddering fortune tellers. No, Tiresias, if your birds, if your great eagles from God himself were to carry him stinking bit by bit to heaven, I would not yield. I'm not afraid of pollution. No man can defy the gods. Do what you will. Go into business, make money, speculate in that Indian gold or that synthetic gold from Sardis. Do what you will with my consent to bury him. Oh, Tiresias, it is a sorry thing when a wise man sells his words, lets his word out for a hire.
Ah, Creon, is there no man
to do what? Come, let's have the aphorism.
No man that knows wisdom outweighs any wealth.
As surely as bribes are baser than any baseness.
You are sick, Creon, you are deathly sick.
As you say, it is not my place to challenge the prophets.
Yet you have said my prophecy is for sale.
The generation of prophets have always loved gold.
The generation of kings has always loved brass.
You forget yourself. You are speaking to your king.
I know it. You are a king because of me.
You have a certain skill, but you have sold out.
King, you will drive me to words.
Say them, but remember, I will not pay for them.
No, you will find them too costly.
No doubt. Speak, but remember, you will not change my will.
Then take this and take it to heart. The time is not far off when you shall pay back corpse for corpse and flesh of your own flesh. You have thrust the child of this world into living night. You have kept from the gods below the child that is theirs. One on the grave before her death, the other dead, denied the grave. And this is your crime. And the furies and the dark gods of hell are swift with terrible punishment for you. Would you like to buy me now, Creon? Not many days in your house will be full of men and women weeping, and curses will be hurled at you from far. Cities grieving for sons unburied left to rot before the walls of Thebes. These are my arrows, Creon. They are all for you. But come, child, lead me home. Let him waste his fine anger upon younger men. Maybe then he will learn to control a wiser tongue in a better head.
The old man is gone, King, yet his words remain to plague us. I am old too, but I cannot remember that he was ever false.
It is true. Oh, how it troubles me. It is hard to give in, but it is worth to risk everything for stubborn pride.
Creon, take my advice.
What shall I do?
Go quickly, free Antigone from revolt, and build a tomb to bury the body of Polynices.
You would have me do this?
Creon, yes, and it must be done at once. God moves swiftly to cancel the folly of stubborn men.